A truck approaches a toll gate. Few people are spraying medicine on the truck as per quarantine procedure. The truck driver gets annoyed and asks them what is going on. One person replies that there was a minor leak in the nearby biotech firm, so they are quarantining everything nearby. The truck driver then leaves from there. While trying to receive a call in his phone, he accidentally hits something on the road. He gets down and saw he hit and killed a deer. Then he checks his vehicle to find no bumps on it, so he continues his journey. The deer then stands up, as if nothing happened, with his eyes turned icy. Sik Woo is at work, talking to a client on phone, discussing the sale of certain stocks. He reads news about the mysterious deaths of fishes in a reservoir. He then calls his assistant Kim inside his office and asks him to sell all the shares that his client asked for. His assistant reminds him of the repercussions that the sale may cause. Suk still wants to continue with the stock sale. After office hours, he argues with his ex-wife about their daughter, Soo-an, visiting her for her birthday, which is on the next day. When he reaches home, his mother opens the door for him. He then finds his daughter speaking to her mother on phone about going alone to meet her. Realizing his presence, she disconnects the call. Sik Woo tells her to wait for a week, so that he can accompany her to her mother's place in Busan after finishing his office work. He then gives her an early birthday present. Turns out, Soo-an has the same thing already. She then insisted on visiting her mother for birthday. Later, after talking to his mother, Sik Woo decides to take Soo-an that day itself to her mother. On the way, they noticed a fire broke out in an apartment complex. Suk Woo asks Soo-an about the recital she performed earlier and apologizes for not being present to cheer her. At the railway station, everyone is getting ready for their travel. A baseball team was on board already. Sik Woo and Soo-an also board the train. Just then, one injured woman gets on board the train. She enters the train toilet. Her leg was badly bitten by something. While the train was departing, Soo-an witnesses one person attacking the train guard outside. She overhears the discussion between Yoon Suk and one male train attendant about a homeless man staying inside the toilet for quite some time. She gets curious and goes to them to find out what's happening. The injured girl comes out of the toilet and falls on the train entryway. One female train attendant finds her and requests for immediate medical attention. Ok Woo wakes up from the phone sound and finds Soo-an missing from her seat. He watches in the news about something very bad happening outside. He then goes to search for her. While the female attendant was seeking medical assistance, the injured girl stands up and fully turns into a zombie. She jumps onto the attendant's back and starts biting her. Struggling, the attendant enters the carriage and everyone notices in horror. The zombie girl then starts biting other passengers in the carriage. The attendant as well turns into a zombie and attacks others, multiplying the zombies, turning the train into a zombie land. Sik Woo, while searching for Soo-an, notices something going on in the nearby carriage. He knocks on the washroom door, looking for Soo-an. To his horror, the male attendant turns into a zombie in front of his eyes, after getting bitten by another zombie. He quickly grabs Soo-an and runs from there, entering the next carriage. Another passenger, Sang-hwa, enters the carriage with his pregnant wife, Sung-gyung, just in time. They lock the carriage door, and realizing the zombies don't know how to open the door and can attack others only when they can see them, they cover the carriage door with a newspaper, effectively blocking the vision of the zombies. The remaining passengers are still watching news, trying to understand the gravity of the situation. Just then, the train conductor announces that the train will not stop at the next station, as per the instruction from higher authority. They start getting updates in social media where they get to know the government has invoked statewide emergency, and ask citizens to stay vigilant while closing down many impacted districts, effective immediately. The passengers, together, move forward to the nearby carriages. They get to know that military is deployed to secure them in the next station. Sik Woo advises his daughter to take care of herself first in this kind of situation. He then moves to the other carriage to make a phone call, leaving Soo-an with Sang-hwa and Sung-gyung. The train reaches the station where the military was supposed to secure them. However, there was no one in the train station. The passengers get down from the train and goes towards the station exit, hoping for some good news. Meanwhile, Yunsuk gets the information that the only safe district which is still open is Busan, and informs the same to the train conductor. The train conductor, hearing this, decides to go to Busan directly, and speeds up to tell it to the passengers who already left the train to meet the military team at the station exit. While going down the escalator, Sang Chua noticed weird things in the station. At the exit gate, to everyone's horror, they find out the entire military team has turned into zombies. Sang Hua immediately takes his wife and starts running back. The horde of zombies starts chasing the passengers and attacks whoever is unable to run away faster. Siak Wu was saved at the nick of time, and the remaining passengers secure and close the exit gate. The zombies are still trying to attack them, and was piling up on the station glass panel. Suddenly, the glass panel broke open due to their weight, and they started falling off on the ground. They again start chasing the passengers. Most of the passengers could get inside different carriages. The train conductor resumes their journey to Busan, and contacts the control center for green signal to enter the city. He was advised to keep going till Busan without stopping anywhere, and contact again after reaching the Busan station. Sung-Yong, Suan, and few other passengers got caught between two zombie carriages, in carriage number 13. They then silently enter into an open toilet. Just when they entered the toilet and wanted to close the door, a zombie attacked them. Sung-Yong then calls Sang Hua and tells the situation. The baseball player who boarded their carriage while running away from the zombies says that the other passengers are safe in carriage 15. Sang Hua, Sakwu, and a baseball player decides to go to carriage 13 to rescue Sung-Yong and others. They fought through the zombies as a team and reaches the other carriage. That carriage was full with the baseball players turned into zombies. Seeing his friends in this condition, the baseball player freezes. Sang Hua and Sakwu alone fights with the zombies, but the zombies are able to overpower them. Suddenly, the train enters a tunnel, and the train goes dark. The zombies start behaving differently in the darkness. Seeing that, Sik Wu uses a baseball bat to make noise away from them. The zombies then follow the sound, and the three save themselves by entering into the other carriage. They then reach and rescue the trapped passengers. They call the baseball player's friend, who was in carriage 15, that they will come there in a short while. The passengers left in carriage 15 disagrees with the baseball player's friend. They are scared, thinking they might be infected, and decide not to allow them inside the carriage. Sang Hua and others reach near carriage 15, only to find that the carriage was closed from inside. Unable to get inside, they smash the glass door. Zombies soon reach the carriage door, and while trying to stall them at the doorway, Sang Hua gets bitten by the zombies. Realizing what was going to happen, he urges Suk Wu to take care of Sung Gyong, and asks him to go to carriage 15 before it's too late. Sik Wu then takes everyone and goes inside carriage 15. The other passengers were not happy to see them there, and asks them to go to the other carriage. Listening this, Sak Wu feels disheartened and goes to the next carriage. Just when they left, they watch carriage 15 getting attacked by the zombies. Yoon Suk and the male train attendant somehow saves themselves by hiding inside the toilet. The train conductor finds the train track being blocked by other trains. He stops the train and lets the other passengers know about it, telling them that he will try to find another train to continue their journey to Busan. He then gets down from the train and enters the deserted train station. Yoon Suk manages to get away from the train toilet, pushing the male train attendant to the zombies, and run towards the deserted station. The train conductor saw him and comes forward to save him. Yoon Suk was saved, but conductor falls prey to the zombies. Suddenly, a burning train collides with their train. Sek-woo, the homeless man, Sung-Gyong and Soo, and get trapped between the fallen train carriages. While they were trying to come out of it, the zombies came to attack them. The homeless man sacrifices himself while saving the others from the zombies. Sak-woo, Suan, and Sung-Gyong manage to flee from there through an open hole and run towards a moving train. The horde of zombies is still behind them. They manage to get onto the moving train, getting rid of the chasing zombies. They then check for the conductor, unaware of his fate. They open the train driver cabin, only to find Yoon Suk sitting in the driver's seat, who also has turned into a zombie. He comes out of the cabin and attacks Suk-woo. Suk-woo tries to fight him off, and pushes him out of the train, but not before getting bitten in the hand. He understood what is going to happen. He immediately gets Sung Gyong and Su-an into the driver cabin and leaves them. Su-an doesn't want to let him go, but he forcefully comes out of the cabin, reminiscing the day Su-an was born, and then jumps off the train before turning fully into a zombie. After traveling for some distance, Sung Gyong and Su-an meet with the train track blockade. They get down from the train and starts to walk forward. They enter a dark tunnel, and Su-an starts singing the recital her father mentioned while they started their journey to Busan that day. The military on the other end of the tunnel was about to shoot them as they were not sure if they are infected. However, as soon as they hear the recital, they understand that the survivors have reached. They come forward to help them to move to safety. The end.